Hello, everyone. Welcome to another edition of Board Meeting Recap with Chris Adsit. I'm covering the Arrowhead board meeting that took place on Wednesday night, June 10th. Remember, these are my board summaries. They don't represent the voice of the board. It's just my way to make sure you stay informed about what's happening, what was discussed, what was decided, and what might be coming in the future. First thing you need to know, it was graduation weekend. So this past Saturday was graduation, and it was a huge success. If you've never been to one of the ceremonies at the stadium, please come. It's amazing. Not just the ceremony itself, but the kids. The principal, Adam Kurth, reads off some of the accomplishments of our unbelievable students. And if you want to be absolutely mind blown, come and listen. The accomplishments from everything in art, math, athletics, you name it. Arrowhead is unbelievable. So just a complete hats off to those graduates and to the entire staff for putting it together. They had a graduation walk through the feeder schools. This is, I think, the second year they've done it now. And it allows the seniors a chance to go in gowns through our feeder districts. And they get to go high five old teachers, hug old teachers, and be a role model for those elementary kids for continuation through high school. So if you want to talk about building bridges between our districts, it's an excellent way. So again, to those of you who put that on, thank you for doing that. Exams are coming this week. They're happening right now. And the last day of school is this Friday, the 12th. If you didn't know, now you know. I always cover donations, and it's an exciting thing to cover because it's people's generosity that are helping our school and our programs. This month, the report had $14,500 in donations. Wow, that's a lot of money. And all of it went to our technology and engineering partnership program. So there were 3 companies that donated this month. One was the Stroig Industries. They donated $7,000. Next one was the Brelly Gear Company, $2,500. And D&H Industries at $5,000. So when you look at community support, I mean, nothing says it better than that. So thank you very much for supporting our kids and our programs. Now, taxpayers' ears are going to perk up a little bit here. We had a facilities discussion this evening. The chair of Building and Grounds reported on our last meeting where we talked through facility planning, facility needs, and referendum potential. Now, nothing's been decided. Nothing's happening yet. The board had, at the previous meeting, thought it would be a good idea to move forward with a community survey. And what that does is by sending out this survey before doing anything is it allows us to get a temperature check. What really matters? What's important? What are our community priorities and support levels for the school and different directions we may have to go to support the district. So we'll provide potential referendum options, but it's really to get a finger on the pulse from the community. What is it that you want and what matters most? There's another meeting happening on June 18th for the board to really finish formulating those questions that will go out to you. So if you get one, please fill it out, send it back. It helps us tremendously. There's also incredible momentum from the board right now, working on our strategic plan. Now, a strategic plan really starts with a mission and a vision. What are we here for and where are we going? But the real key takeaway for you and all of our families is the graduate. What does the Arrowhead graduate look like? What do we want our students to go away with or be prepared for? We're not using educational buzzwords. This is a unique to our community strategic plan and development program, again, to define what is an Arrowhead graduate. We always say excellence, but what does it mean? So the next part of our strategic plan development will be in our strategic pillars or execution pillars, however you want to describe them. We describe what does our Arrowhead graduate need to look like, and then we create the pillars and the framework for how to get there and prepare them for that definition. Now, there's another meeting happening on June 29th. If you're interested, it is open to the public, and you can come and hear the board talk through those developments. The last thing is on finances. And if you're not very familiar with school finance, let me help you. This is regarding special education. I learned something tonight. I always thought that our special education, once it hit a threshold, that threshold is $30,000 in a year spent on one child, that after you hit $30,000, the state reimburses at 90%. Well, that's what it's supposed to do. The problem is the way that the state budget is written. Didn't know this. They budget for a certain amount of money. When that money is used up, it's gone. So if your costs per student get into the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, yes, there are occasions where educating one student in 1 year with special placement or needs could be in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. So when people ask questions about, well, where does our funding go in our schools? The normal funds we get for a child to educate from our tax money is between $12,000 and $13,000 per student. That has to cover utilities, buildings, teachers, salary, staff, insurance, overhead, on and on and on. And so when you have a few students that have extra needs and those funds aren't reimbursed from the state, they come out of our general operating fund. It's not a great system. It's kind of broken, but we do the best that we can. So that was news to me tonight. I did not realize. I thought after $30,000, we actually received the 90%. Well, we don't. So again, as part of a whole project, that's why I keep you informed. I want you to understand the difficulties we face with facilities, with performance, with funding, with everything. So if you have additional questions, please reach out to the administration or to the board. You can reach me at my board email address, and I'm happy to try to answer the questions for you. Otherwise, thank you again for putting me in this position so that I can serve you. It's truly a humbling honor to be able to do it. And until we meet again, may God bless you and our entire community.